Welcome to SOCRadar's AI-powered podcast. What is Agentic Threat Intelligence?
All right, folks, welcome to another episode of Why is my security stack held together with digital duct tape and prayer? I'm here with my co-host, and today we're diving into something that sounds like sci-fi, but is actually happening right now, and it might just save your sanity.
Oh, you mean AI that actually does something useful instead of just suggesting I change my password to password 124 because apparently password 123 wasn't secure enough?
Exactly. But first, quick show of hands. How many of you have gotten that your account has been compromised email and genuinely panicked for 30 seconds? Everyone? Yeah, we thought so. Well, imagine if you had a really paranoid friend who never sleeps, never gets tired, and somehow knows everything about everyone trying to mess with your stuff.
That sounds either really helpful or really creepy. Please tell me this isn't going where I think it's going.
It's AI, and it's working the night shift. Picture this. It's 3 a.m. You're peacefully sleeping, dreaming about a world where your credit card doesn't get declined at Target, and meanwhile, an AI agent is busy connecting dots between hackers, malware, and some criminal's latest get-rich-quick scheme. By morning, it's already stopped them and written you a report.
Wait, really? So we've gone from, hey Siri, what's the weather, to, hey AI, protect me from digital boogeymans while I binge watch Netflix?
That's exactly what we're talking about. Remember when asking your phone to play music was rocket science? Those days feel ancient now. We've evolved from basic chatbots to what's called agentic AI. Think Friday from Iron Man, but instead of helping Tony Stark, it's protecting your company while you sleep.
Okay, that actually sounds awesome, but what makes this different from my antivirus telling me I have 47 critical threats that turn out to be cookie files?
Oh, the boy who cried wolf syndrome of cybersecurity. Here's the thing, traditional security is like having a smoke detector that goes off every time you make toast. It's reactive, loud, and mostly useless.
Yep, sounds like my Tuesday night when I get 200 alerts and 195 of them are basically someone in accounting clicked on a cat video.
But what if instead of that chaos, your security system was like having Sherlock Holmes on speed? It doesn't just detect problems, it hunts for them, solves them, and stops them before they become your 3 a.m. nightmare.
That sounds almost too good to be true. Like, what's the catch? Because every time someone promises me revolutionary AI, I end up with another chatbot that can't even help me reset my password.
Fair point. But here's where it gets interesting. This AI doesn't just answer questions. It actually does stuff. It's like the difference between asking your friend for directions versus having them drive you there, pay for parking, and buy you coffee on the way.
Okay, but how does it know what to do? Like, does it just magically figure out, oh, this looks suspicious, let me investigate?
Great question. Think of it like teaching a really smart intern. You give it a toolbox, ways to check suspicious websites, look up malicious files, analyze attack patterns, and it learns to use these tools in sequence, like a digital detective following clues.
So if something weird happens on my network, it doesn't just alert me, it actually investigates and figures out what's going on.
Exactly. It might check if that suspicious file is malware, then automatically see if it's part of a bigger attack, then figure out how to stop it, then write up a report explaining what happened. All while you're still trying to remember if you actually locked your front door this morning.
That's actually pretty cool, but wait, we're talking about giving AI access to security tools. What happens when it decides to go full Skynet on us?
You're absolutely right to worry about that. Remember when everyone hard-coded passwords into their code? This is like that, but with potentially nuclear consequences.
Oh great, so we could accidentally create our own digital apocalypse.
The good news is smart people learned from every sci-fi movie ever made. Modern systems use proper security, temporary access codes that expire, monitoring everything the AI does, and keeping humans in the loop for big decisions. And speaking of doing things right, while we're talking about protecting ourselves from digital threats, here's something everyone should know. Your personal data might already be floating around the dark web without you even realizing it. SOCRadar actually offers a free personalized dark web report that takes literally seconds to generate. Just head to SOCRadar.io and see if your information is already out there. Trust me, it's better to know than to find out the hard way when your bank account gets drained at 3 a.m. But speaking of things that could go wrong with AI...
Oh no, here comes the reality check, doesn't it?
Well, you know how every superhero movie has that scene where the hero's powers get turned against them? Yeah, that's basically what security researchers are worried about.
Lay it on me. What kind of nightmare scenarios are we looking at?
Picture this. Someone tricks your AI security guard into thinking they're the good guy. Like that scene in every heist movie where the criminals dress up as cops and everyone just lets them in.
Oh, wow, that's like social engineering, but for robots. Hello, fellow AI. I am definitely not a hacker.
Exactly. Or imagine your AI assistant gradually getting convinced that free flights are totally normal, so it starts approving obviously fraudulent travel bookings. It's like gaslighting, but for algorithms.
So we're basically giving sophisticated tools to something that can be tricked by clever lies. That's like giving a Ferrari to someone who just learned to drive in Grand Theft Auto.
The key is being smart about it. Think of it like hiring a really powerful security guard. You don't just hand them the keys and hope for the best. You set up cameras, backup systems, and clear rules about when they need to ask for permission.
Okay, but let's talk about the good stuff. What does this actually look like when it works? Because I'm tired of my biggest security threat being Karen from HR clicking on "You've won $1 million" emails.
Oh, let me paint you a picture. Remember that mini heart attack you get when your card gets declined at the grocery store? Now, imagine that, but it's hackers trying to empty your company's bank account at 3 a.m.
Please don't give me more reasons to have anxiety dreams.
But here's the beautiful part. By the time you wake up, your AI security team has already caught the hackers, blocked them, figured out how they got in, fixed the problem, and left you a nice summary report with your morning coffee.
Wait, so instead of waking up to 47 panicked messages and my boss asking why the internet is broken, I could wake up to "threat detected and neutralized, have a nice day"?
Exactly! It's like having a security team that works 24/7, never needs coffee breaks, and doesn't call in sick during flu season.
Okay, I'm starting to see why people are excited about this. But here's a $1 million question. How hard is this to actually set up? Because if it requires a PhD in computer science, most of us are out of luck.
Here's the thing, you don't need to be Tony Stark to build this. It's more like assembling IKEA furniture, except the furniture fights cybercriminals instead of just holding your books.
So there are actual instructions, and I won't end up with extra screws and a lopsided security system.
Exactly, you can start with existing frameworks, think of them as security systems starter kits, connect them to free threat databases, add some basic smarts, and gradually build up. It's like modding a video game, but for protecting your data.
And there are free options because my cybersecurity budget is currently whatever I can find in the couch cushions.
Absolutely, the cybersecurity community has built tons of open source tools. It's like having access to professional grade security software without selling your firstborn.
So we're looking at a future where cybersecurity isn't about IT people drowning in alerts at 3 a.m., but AI handling the boring stuff while humans focus on the actually important problems.
That's exactly right. We're moving toward a world where your security system is more like having a digital bodyguard that never sleeps, never gets distracted, and somehow knows every trick in the criminal playbook.
You know what's wild? We're basically talking about robots protecting us from other robots, and somehow that makes perfect sense in 2025.
Welcome to the future, where even our security systems have trust issues. But here's the thing, the organizations that figure this out while being smart about the risks are going to have a massive advantage.
And those that don't will be playing digital whack-a-mole while the smart kids are already 3 steps ahead.
The future of threat intelligence is agentic. The question isn't whether this will become mainstream, it's whether you'll be ready when your competitors start using AI bodyguards and you're still relying on digital duct tape.
Well, that's our deep dive into the world where AI actually helps instead of just creating more problems. Thanks for joining us on another episode of Why is my security stack held together with digital duct tape and prayer?
Until next time, keep your AI friends close, your human oversight closer, and remember, the robots are here to help. We hope.
Wake up, the cyber world is calling. Follow the clues of the cyber world.